Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm just currently packing up the car for a race between an electric vehicle and a train. We're going to do the EV Rally of Scotland, which of course is in Scotland, and we have to go up Sunday because it starts on the Monday, and then we come back on the Wednesday morning because we're driving around for 2 days. So we have to get up there at specific dates. Now we were going to take the train up there because, well, it makes sense. We're getting the cars in Scotland rather than driving one up and then driving around in that. So we thought, well, let's chill out, let's do some editing, let's take the train up. And then we found out how much it would cost us to go on the train. £660 for me and Harry to go up to Scotland, Fort William, and then back to North Yorkshire again. I posted it on my Twitter feed if you don't believe me. We did all the split ticketing. I just think that is ridiculous beyond belief, and I don't care who's paying for it. We're not paying that. So that's what ultimately gave us the idea. Will the electric vehicle, which many people tell me cannot do long journeys without severe delays with charging and all the usual stuff, can that beat the train? Now you're probably thinking, you've got a 40 grand Tesla with a supercharger network. That's cheating. Well, no, we're not taking that. We're taking something far more affordable. Again, giving the train every advantage. And here she is, the MG5 long range, 57 kilowatt hours of family fun. This for me is the best value one on the market, or one of the best value along with other MGs, when it looks to a family sized car. I mean, less than 25 grand I managed to find this. So this is very much weighted in favour of the train. We're assuming it's on time, we're assuming that it's actually going to run, and we're using one of the cheaper end electric vehicles on the market. So which do you think will win, the train or the EV with the public charging infrastructure? Right, so we're about to set off at the exact same time the taxi was due to come up because
exact. We've synchronised watches.
So in 3 minutes we're setting off. So basically everything is identical, same time, same dates,
everything,
all of it.
Right. I think we should wait for the clock.
Let's wait for the 2 minutes to go.
2 minutes to go. It's a Formula 1 car.
It's got KERS.
KERS.
I'm going to go to KERS level 3.
But we've not practiced 1 and 2 yet. Jump straight in at the deep end.
My middle name is dangerous.
It is, yeah.
Right.
That's it. Wait.
The taxi here is waiting, it's beeping, even though it's 6 in the morning.
Yep.
So shall we tell the ladies and gentlemen why we're...
I think mainly gentlemen, 98% of your...
Yeah, the analytics. 98% of the viewers, according to the analytics, are male. So the reason why we're not taking the train isn't just related to cost, which I mentioned in the intro.
Yeah.
It's related to the fact that we couldn't get there.
Well, even more
guaranteed
even more so with what's going on there at the moment.
Yeah, apparently a lot of people in Scotland said there are strikes, some trains just don't turn up, and there's the thing that if we miss just one connecting train,
that's game over. Because
of the lack of trains that are going, we will not get there. People are expecting and relying us to be there by, well, tomorrow morning, but tonight,
so we can get,
so we could do this entire event.
I think the thing is, if we can't turn up to somewhere where we've been invited at the right time, the likelihood of them inviting us again...
Yeah. It's not going to happen, is it?
No.
I wouldn't invite me if...
It's like being punctual, isn't it? I know we've interviewed people for jobs at work. They don't turn up on time.
For the interview? Unless there's a very good excuse. Oh, I know what we should have done.
What?
Oh, it's COP26. It's the climate conference. We should have taken that private jet up.
Oh, we should have done like everybody else has
Why
done.
didn't I think of that? Oh, God. I could have just rung up Elon and said, look, can I borrow the jet?
Yeah. No, Elon can use that, it's all right.
Yeah, he's fine. Right, well, I guess we just need to settle in now for the
long haul.
Long, exciting journey.
Woo!
Shall we turn the camera on when something exciting on this long motorway-based type journey happens?
See you in Scotland, everybody!
It's like, do you know where women said they synchronise their, hands?
Yeah.
We haven't synchronised that. So what happens is I need to go to the toilet, and then the next service is you've got Actually, I could do with going now. So we end up stopping more often than we need to.
I think we're at that age now where I'm going, I don't need to have a wee, I'm fine. Oh my God, where did that come from?
If it's like this now in our midlife crisis age,
yep.
What's it going to be like in, when we are in the 60s and 70s?
Catheters.
Well, is that going to be an optional extra on cars?
Yeah.
Plug yourself in.
Plug yourself in. Maybe if they could power the car from urine.
Well, heat recovery.
Yeah.
A lot of heat in that.
Oh, I pump around the seat.
Oh. Right, so the rules for this that we've set ourselves, 70 cruise control.
Yep. Like you would do.
Well, yes, because I don't know about you, I always do 70 on motorway.
I do 70 everywhere.
It's the it's the legal speed limit in the UK, for those that don't know, and it's irresponsible to do more than that.
Dangerous almost.
Absolutely. We've done 70 the entire way here, and we've just passed Carlisle,
Yep.
which was a stop.
Carlisle would have been our second change, so there's no point talking about the first change. That was Skipton. That was like a 5 minute.
10 minutes.
So this is Carlisle. So this is the next big stop where we would change from one train to the Glasgow train.
So how has the train arrived yet?
The train hasn't arrived yet. We're actually
when is it?
35 minutes early.
So we got to Carlisle 35 minutes sooner.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Right. So
now this is the interesting part now.
Okay. Oh, it's interesting.
Well, it's interesting.
Is this video interesting?
Yeah. Well, it could be. So in Carlisle, we've got a 35-minute wait until the Glasgow train.
Right.
But the Glasgow train, I would suspect, is going to be an intercity train. That train is going to catch us up. It must do. We've got to stop and charge, remember, as well.
Should we just charge at optimum rate twice rather than one longer charge?
Well,
because we're going to have to stop for ourselves.
I think we need to be doing it, charging at the most optimum rate to get the best out of this.
Oh,
actually, Gretna Green, 2 miles.
And there's a charger there.
Well,
a single charger.
Right, so we're going to charge now.
Okay, so we're here. Wow, they are
the epitome of Tesla owners.
They're Tesla owners. They're taking pictures of each other's car. We've got the performance wheels, the new ones with the black handles.
You've got one that looks identical, but just in a slightly different colour.
Right, well, that charge is complete now because
it doesn't work.
It doesn't work. Oops, there's been an error. Please check the pump screen as it may switched over to free vent. It hasn't.
Nope.
That one doesn't have CCS, so there's one CCS charger. And once again, we're highlighting why I bought the Tesla over other EVs because they just work.
Including stopping and messing about. 15-20 minutes probably wasted here.
I reckon, well, we desperately needed the toilet, so we would have stopped anyway, but either way, I reckon we've lost 10-15 minutes.
Yeah.
So
it's worth saying we haven't planned any of the stops.
No, there's been no Zap mapping at all. And to be fair, I have checked, and this says it's online.
Yeah. Which
it clearly isn't. The train is still 15 minutes off getting into Carlisle.
Yeah.
So we're still ahead of it, but like you say, I think it's going to catch us up now. Right, next services, was this Annandale or something? And this is a Road Chef, so we should have a proper grid serve replacement one now. So assuming it's not, of course, in use, I think we'll be okay here because we can use something. Bear with me on this one, I'm going to use some complicated language. It's called contactless payment.
What's that?
There it is, and there's a leaf there.
Oh, where are we? Right at the front.
Yeah, of course, right at the front where everybody wants to park.
Well, I guess you know what it is. There's not enough chargers here.
Well, one for a service area. Yeah. Can you imagine having one petrol pump and that's a high out?
That's in and quick out, in and out, yeah. But I think if anything though, this is going to make things a little bit more interesting for us at the back.
A bit more realistic because this is something that can happen to anyone.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. Imagine this on a bank holiday.
Well, it's a good job we've got all these places here to park because you're queuing up to get to your charger.
Yep. And with the batteries, as we said before, getting bigger.
You're only going to be here for longer.
You can only go here for longer. Right. We've got a working charger. Good.
Well, mostly working.
Well, yeah, we had to wait 25 minutes for a leaf to get out of the way.
I think that's the thing that's frustrating. We had to wait 25 minutes to find out.
To find out that this working charger is going at 37 kilowatts.
Yeah.
Bear in mind the car can do 70 odd. So I thought, well, whilst we've got quite a bit of time to kill, because this is, well, it's 50% charge rate for us, let's ring them and ask them why. We've tried unplugging and plugging back in, that didn't make a difference, and I've had a look in the comments online and it appears it's been like this beforehand.
Thank you.
Cheers, bye. So what do we take from that?
That he turned it off and on. and that didn't fix the problem.
So basically,
He's going to have to Google the problem now.
he mentioned several times, no one's told us this before.
No.
That could be costing them money for every person. Well, it is. It's on free vend.
Yeah.
So if this is on free vend,
Then for it,
why would you give them 120?
Yeah,
because
exactly.
a lot of people would be using free electricity.
The irony is we've wasted 7 or 8 minutes speaking to him while he reset the bloody unit.
Yeah. Although to be fair, they answered the phone pretty much straight
They
away.
did straight away,
So
yeah,
that was good. He's going to feed that back, which he didn't use the phrase "we'll get that fixed."
No, he's going to be... Well, I guess it's beyond his doing, isn't it, really?
No.
He's going to report that as a problem.
What we need to do then is, by the time this video goes out,
Yeah.
it'll have been a few weeks at
And
least.
see if this is still a problem.
Can anyone go to Annandale Services for us and use this? Are you getting on CCS more than 37 kilowatts?
I mean, I don't know how the monitoring software works on this, but you would think if it looks at, what's the maximum it's been able to disperse electricity at? 37 kilowatts?
He said he couldn't see what that is outputting. That is a bit in a brand new charger. How is that not feeding back that information?
I can't imagine that. How would they know what to charge you then? If they didn't know how much electric you'd used.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's just amount as opposed to speed.
Yeah, but it's still, you could have worked it out and gone, oh, well, let's use this amount in this amount of time.
So this is what annoys me about, and this is not just GridServe. This is what annoys me about networks in general. Yeah. You can find out if there's a problem without having to rely on people ringing you. But can you imagine if someone else comes to charge now? They're going to be waiting another
ages.
Yeah, and then they'll be charging forever because
Yep.
It's not good enough.
The faster you can get it in, the better. And the same goes for vehicles as well.
Why did my brain think the same when you said it? According to the calculations, the train has now arrived at Glasgow. So if we were on the train, would we probably at the upper crust right now?
We would.
Trying to find a muffin. Oh, we are 35 miles
Away
from Glasgow.
Roughly about 30 minutes.
Yes, so that is purely because of the extra. I reckon we lost 45 minutes on top of what we should have done because of the charging fun
Yep.
that we had. The saving grace is that it doesn't set off for another 55 minutes
Well, that's okay.
from Glasgow, so we could probably get past it, but then I reckon the train's going to
catch us
overtake
up
again.
Yeah. It's going to be really close.
I think it's going to be close. I mean, I thought we'd blitz this.
Yeah, I did.
But silly me, I forgot we weren't in a Tesla using the supercharger network and we had to rely on the public charging network. Wait a minute. The sun! I'm in Scotland! As always, when we go away on any sort of trip or jaunt, we treat ourselves.
We do. And today's no exception.
Ionity, because GridServe and the Charge Place Scotland, we'd rather just pay for what we need. We just need it's a splash and dash.
We don't need much, do we? Just enough to get there.
Yeah, so 69 pence per kilowatt hour is obscene, and I know it's not really designed for
what we're doing
MG users, but I'd rather just definitely work. We're getting 50 some kilowatts instead of 36, 37, so it leaves in 13 minutes from Glasgow.
This is really going to be pushing it.
So effectively, it's going to be us driving to Fort William or the train getting to Fort William.
You just don't have that with petrol and diesel, do you?
No.
You just fill up and go.
I don't mind it taking longer to charge to fuel up.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure I can charge.
Yeah, that's the thing. For me, if I knew how long it was going to take, you count that in, don't you?
Yeah.
So, all right, it's going to take me 20, 30 minutes there, that's fair enough. When you get there and it doesn't work, and you have to find somewhere else that only works at,
The charging network should never be if it works. It should be a case of how long am I charging for? That's the only question. Can you smell that?
Yeah.
It's like an electrical burning smell.
Should we get out and just make sure it's not a cat? This catches fire.
Give us a second. Oh, hang on a minute, I'm attached to the... Is it outside?
No. Burning plastic smell, is that?
Yeah, that's the smell. It's like when a wire's getting
Too hot. No, I'll leave all expensive camera gear in the back. Just take the one we've recorded on.
Good point, yeah.
I'll leave my Louis Vuitton stuff in the back as well.
So basically, on this one, this is how it should have been,
Yeah.
because the car was waiting for us.
I don't want to, Basically, I just want to plug and go. Like, wash and go.
Do you think that's a...
I think that's a catch line that we need to...
They're missing out on, aren't they?
Yeah. It's also worth saying as well that we are 8 minutes behind setting off from when the train would have gone. So
Yes.
we're 8 minutes late already.
So the train's 8 minutes ahead of us
Yeah.
to go from Glasgow to Fort William.
We have 100 miles to go.
Yeah. That should be easy on 72% though, shouldn't it?
Yeah, we've got 117 in it says,
Yeah, a bit more than that.
once we get going.
Don't forget, we've just used Ionity. That's super electricity. So we get more
Twice out of it.
more volts out of it
It's-
because it's like super unleaded, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah.
Right, so once again, our bladders have dictated a stop. No charging this time, just
Pee and go.
pee and go. Well, entering Fort William, we're only a few miles away now. The car has been great
Again.
as well, as always. I mean, it does sound a little bit Top Gearish to say this, doesn't it? But it's going nowhere.
No, it's going to be here for a long time, isn't it?
Unless we get to a Johnny Cab stage where people are using cars as public transport, but not at the taxi price.
Who's going to do that? I think it's the ownership of a vehicle people like.
I forgot to tell you, I did an Uber quote from us to Fort William,
Oh, go on.
£320.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Wow.
So it was the same price as the train there and back.
Right.
One is guaranteed to get you there, and one
It's guaranteed to the light of truth.
one isn't. Right, well, I think we have comprehensively answered the question.
We've done it
Well, yeah.
with an hour.
Now, I think we should go through a few steps here, just to
Yeah.
clarify. We haven't just beaten the train here. We've beaten the train by about an hour.
Yeah. Considering the problems we had.
We've had 2 chargers down, 1 running at half speed. So this is absolutely no way biased towards the EV.
No. If
None
anything,
at all. I
we
mean, I wouldn't care. We would just say the
it
train won.
was lost, Yeah.
And that was, again, assuming the train was on time.
Yeah.
And it ran.
It ran. Yeah.
So
We couldn't have picked a worse day for it, really, could we?
I don't think so, no, because I reckon we'd have beat it by 2 hours.
I
Wasn't,
think-
if the charging was,
Yeah, I
if
don't
we'd
think-
come in to Tesla, it'd have been fine.
Oh, yeah.
In this case, and yes, if we were going to London, it'd be much closer.
Yeah, and again, if we had
From Leeds.
if we had an EV with a range of 130 miles, it'd probably be a different story again. I think with
Yeah.
something like this.
Well, we chose this deliberately because it is probably one of the cheapest family-sized EVs you can
It is.
buy. So again, not biased towards the EV.
Exactly.
Let's assume all this came from the public charging network, so I didn't fully charge it at my house's
So,
cheap rate.
Let's go over the charges then. Charge before we set off.
So let's say 60,
Yep. Charge halfway there.
as in 60 kilowatt hours. This
Yeah.
is a long-range battery.
Charge halfway there.
Let's say another 60 to be on the
Yep.
safe side.
Charge when we get there.
Yeah, so that'd be another 60.
Charge when we get back. So that's 4.
So all right then. Let's say. I mean, we won't have used 460
No, but
kilowatt
let's-
charge.
let's-
Not in, again. So we're buying this.
Over-
in this
yeah.
Towards So we're making absolutely certain. So
Give
that's
the train
6,
a
12, 24,
running chance.
240 kilowatt hours of energy we used. 240 times 40 is £24, £48, £96.
96 quid.
And,
So
and it's not. In reality, it was about
costs a lot less than
a
that.
tenner.
Yeah, that's the worst case. isn't it?
Yeah. Versus,
That's the Guy Martin
yeah,
worst case
versus
scenario.
600 and was it £640?
Let's say 600.
Well, let's even it out.
Yep. 100 quid.
600 quid, 100 quid. So £500 better off
Yeah.
for taking our
So-
own personal vehicle, which goes against anything ecological.
Yeah.
It really does, doesn't it? Even an electric vehicle, it presumably is worse than an electric train.
I would imagine it's worse than the diesel train if the diesel train's full. And that's
so we saved hours and we've got 500 quid
we
extra.
did, yeah. And the most precious thing in the world is our time.
Yes, and money.
Yeah.
So for me, this is just an opportunistic thing we've done. Clearly, we're coming up here. We had to come up here at these times.
So why not make it into something?
So
a
we
bit
thought
more
we'd do.
exciting?
Yeah, we thought we'd do that, and it's clearly showed that you can't rely on public transport.
No. The irony is that you think public transport would be for the masses, but with prices like that,
So the only people that can come to Scotland and back efficiently and cheaply are people who can afford
a driver,
an electric
a
vehicle.
driver. yeah. You
Which-
can spend £600 on a train ticket. You can spend £600 on a chauffeur up and down. I'm pretty sure you could do that.
Bear in mind, we could have had 4 in here.
Yeah.
Or, well, I won't say 5. 4 in here and luggage,
Yeah.
which the train would have been then double the price at £1,200.
Yeah, £1,200, yeah. So we'd have been better off getting an Uber there and back.
Right now, we're driving back home. 7% because the charger in Fort William didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
So we limped on AC to here with, 15 miles of range left.
We did, yep.
And it's just taken 20 minutes on the phone.
We're 3,000 miles up a 3,000 feet, sorry.
Yeah.
Up a mountain.
There's a ski lift.
That's
there.
Glencoe.
Yeah, ski lift next to us. So
Yeah.
this is the last
As
place
remote
wanna
as you
strand- Yeah, you don't want to get stranded here. So ultimately, the EV isn't perfect either. So
No.
have we come to the conclusion that if you want to go on a long journey, you have to take a petrol engine?
Don't.
No, I mean the cost of the petrol engine would be in about, we figured about 300,
Probably.
depending on the car. of
Yeah,
course.
yeah.
So the EV is clearly the cheapest by far. It's less convenient than a petrol car or diesel, but it significantly trumps public transport.
It does, yeah.
Well, there you go. You knew this already, I suspect.
Yeah. Yeah. We're telling you things you already know.
We've effectively just wasted, insert here time length of a video,
Yep.
of your time. Would have been nice to have someone actually on the train to do this, wouldn't it?
It would, yeah. But that's 600. That's a £300.
We couldn't afford it.
£300
Yeah.
train ticket, which, quite frankly, we can't afford.
We couldn't afford it, no, not at all. Unless, of course, hundreds of more people, because that's what it'd need, become members of the channel.
And then we can do
At
things like that.
99p each.
That's just a bargain.
And ultimately, joking aside, that's effectively what the membership's for. You get members-only videos, you get early videos, but it also means we can do stuff like this without...
And we're not paying out of our own pocket.
Yeah, well, yeah, we're paying this out of our own pocket, and we're happy to do that because
But
hopefully...
we can't do it as often as we'd like.
Yeah, we'll do it more often. So that's the whole purpose of the membership. So you get extra videos, members-only videos, all the stuff.
And we get to sit on a train.
No, I think Lorna likes trains. Right, keep a lookout for all the EV Rally of Scotland videos, which will be coming in the channel. Or in fact, it's probably already in the channel.
Yeah, so watch
by the
them.
time you watch this. So watch them if you haven't already.
Yeah.
That's why we're up here as well. We're killing several birds with one stone. Thanks for watching. See you soon.
Goodbye.
Bye. I'll tell you what, I'm not looking forward to editing all of these on the same memory card.
No.
Oh, I haven't turned it off yet.
No.
I'm complaining about this.
We should leave it in that bit.
All for the sake of those SOBs. Oops.
Yeah.